deadline. Wednesday, September the 16th is the last day to set up your payment arrangements or your classes will be purged. On Thursday, September the 25th at 3 o'clock, for those who are applying for graduation for the fall and for the spring, we're going to have a combined meeting. I'm going to have a set of announcements for the spring graduates. I'm going to have a set of announcements for the fall graduates. For those who have already turned in the applications, there's no need. We got it handled. We got it covered. We got you. So don't worry about that. It's for those who have not turned in an application for the fall, and I haven't started receiving applications for the spring yet. So those two, the spring who have spring everybody and the fall candidates who have not turned in an application need to attend the meeting. It is going to be virtual, and we'll send out an email and we'll send out the information for you. Midterm exams. I know that we are flying through the semester. Midterm exams are Monday, September the 28th through Saturday, October the 3rd. So they're coming up really, really soon. So just be prepared. The last day to withdraw from school with a grade of W is Friday, October the 23rd. Registration for the spring will start on Monday, October the 26th. We'll also have a virtual advisement week, October the 26th through the 30th. The last day to turn in your application for COM 430 for the spring semester is Friday, October the 30th. Now, I say these two announcements for last because the fall candidates, your deadline to turn in your application is Thursday, October the 15th. Again, fall candidates, your deadline is Thursday, October the 15th. But we're going to go over a lot of things in the meeting. So if you have questions, I can just kind of brush on them at the end, but majority of the questions will be answered in that meeting. And then for the spring graduates is Friday, October the 23rd. So again, I will have all of these announcements posted. If you missed anything, just let us know. We're going to post. You can email us and we will send you the copy. Just a couple of housekeeping rules before I turn the meeting back over to Mr. Adams. Again, make sure you wear your masks because they are required. Make sure that you arrive, for those who are coming to campus on Monday, make sure you arrive early because there's going to be a checkpoint. You're going to have to go through the checkpoint in order to get in, and then you get, come about 15 to 20 minutes early so you can make sure you get to class on time. Be patient with us. We're going to be patient with you because this is new for all of us. This process is new for all of us. So again, we are super excited to see you guys back. We've missed you, and we're ready to continue our great fall 2020 semester. Mr. Adams.
Thank you, Ms. Taylor. Without further ado, one of the top administrators, top faculty members that pretty much loves you guys more than I do, which is hard to do, is our illustrious Dean Brown Burton. And she's going to come and give you guys the return to Tigerland. Dean Brown.
Dr. Brown, you're on mute.
Unmute.
I mean, it was just going on and on. Okay, well, let me start over. Good afternoon, TSU Tigers. That's my signature greeting. We miss you all. So very happy to be back with you all in a new semester. It's not the way we envisioned our semester beginning, but nonetheless, we are here. We're grateful that you're here with us, and we look forward to working with you all. Many of you remotely on an ongoing basis, but those of you that will be returning to campus for your hybrid classes or any face-to-face classes that you might have, we look forward to seeing you. And we want to make sure that you are comfortable, that you make progress, that you are informed and aware of what's going on and how to proceed. As Ms. Taylor said, we do ask you to be patient with us, and we are doing our best to be patient with you as well. This is a a new environment for us, and we are in a better position than we were in the spring because we have had a little bit more time to prepare. So what I want to do is talk about expectations, and give you some guidelines regarding what's expected and what you can expect as we return to Tigerland for
Just listen to
next week. And so, first of all, as Ms. Taylor already mentioned, masks are required. Face coverings are required. And not just in buildings, anywhere on the university campus, face masks will be or are required. Okay. And so that's on the Tiger Walk, in the Student Center, anywhere on campus, inside of buildings or outside, unless you are in your own vehicle or in your own dorm room, or a space not occupied by Texas Southern University, you are going to be required to wear face mask or covering. So please be cooperative and mindful of that. If you're like me, you just try to make it a habit of having a face mask on your person, as well as a face mask in your vehicle or backpack or whatever you're using, so that you are not caught off guard without proper protective equipment. In addition to that, not only are you required to have face masks, but we are also asking students to have your student ID on your person at all times, that it needs to be accessible and visible, and presented when asked for. We have to be very diligent about access to campus and who's around. We always needed to do that for safety reasons, but even more so now for health and safety reasons. We have to maintain control of who's on campus. So if you're not able to produce that ID, then I hope we won't have any issues. And if you don't have an ID, please, and you anticipate and know that you'll be on campus, please get a replacement ID as soon as possible. Okay. Also, there will be temperature checks in various buildings. We anticipate there being temperature checks beginning on Monday. And if you are displaying temperature, sometimes they will hold you for just a little bit to make sure it's not that you're overheated from walking or because you've been wearing your mask. So I believe the threshold is if your temperature is 100 or higher, you're going to have to wait and then have it retaken a few moments later. So be prepared for that. So as Ms. Taylor said, you want to give yourself some time to get to campus, to get through all of the protocols, and to be able to be where you need to be in a timely manner. Okay. Also, those of you that are moving into the dorms, or campus housing, students that campus housing will be required to produce a COVID test results, negative COVID test results. Okay, so students must have negative test results, negative COVID test results that are no more than 10 days old before being allowed to move into the dorm. Students that do not stay in campus housing are not required to produce COVID test results. Okay. Again, so some other information we mentioned, make sure you have your IDs and mask with you, but also hours of operation. TSU buildings will be open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. until 10 p.m. There will be designated entryways into the buildings. You will only be able to enter the buildings on campus through one entryway. So be mindful of that. So you may plan to come in the building and from experience in one side or one entryway, that may not be the entryway that gives you access. to a particular building. So just plan to give yourself some time. University buildings will be from 30 until 10 p.m.
What do you
And
you want cash?
also,
Get my personal key. I don't cash, but I check. What if I just transfer 25 to your account? Okay.
thank you. Thank you. So again, the buildings will be open from 7:30 a.m. until 10 p.m. Now the library, that's their school, the university academic buildings, classroom buildings. Now the library living learning center hours of operation are Mondays through Thursdays. And this information we will post, but I just want to share it with you. Mondays through Thursdays, they will be open 7:30 a.m. until 9 p.m. Fridays, the library will be open from 7:30 a.m. until 6 p.m. Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday from 12 p.m. until 9 p.m. So the libraries will be open. And there is also an update was sent out regarding computer labs that are going to be accessible and open on campus. The computer labs that will be open will be in the library for right now. And then there's one that will be open in the student center. So computer labs elsewhere will not be open and accessible. Okay. So if you don't have your own computer and printer and rely on university computers and printers, be mindful that there will be limited locations that you will have computer lab access for right now. OIT sent out some information, so as they are able to get the labs better staffed, they do anticipate opening more labs. But for right now, computer labs are in the library, and there's one that's open in the student center. Okay. And then campus eatery options. Right now, the only dining option that is provided by the university will be the first floor of Sterling Center, the cafeteria. Not sure whether or not the auxiliary eateries will be open, like Chick-fil-A and or the facilities in the rec center. I'm not sure at this time, but I do know that we will have the cafeteria open. And so those are the announcements and information that we want to make sure you have available to you. We're going to get this information posted for you as well on our SOC website, as well as KTSU2 sites and our social media pages as well. So we are excited to have you here. We know that we are all still learning and growing in this new environment, but although it's presenting some challenges, it's also presenting some unique opportunities that I am excited and looking forward to us learning from and growing from and adding to our repertoire. So without further ado, I want to wish you all well and wish you all a very pleasant and successful semester. And I also want you to be on the lookout for something new that we're doing this year. Starting this year and beginning this month, we will begin having SOC departmental majors meetings. So each department will have its own meeting for majors and faculty of those departments. And this will not be redundant to take place of what we do as a SOC student body, but this will be an opportunity for you to hear from guest speakers from time to time and to just hear about what's going on in your department, whether it's pertaining to scholarship opportunities, workshops, career paths, and just some open dialogue. But we really want to facilitate and cultivate a community among us that is by our departments. And maybe we want to hear from you all, get your ideas, get your feedback, hear your concerns. So the departmental meetings will be gathering to receive information and updates and to discuss opportunities for you that will be available to you in your various career paths and options. So please be on the lookout for those announcements because each department will be having a majors meeting before the end of the month. Okay. And I look forward to seeing you all there as well. I hope you see your department chairs that are here with us. They want to bring greetings. I'm not sure, but I know that we do have department updates. I'm sorry. I'm not looking at the agenda. I'm going to be quiet. Welcome back, students. We miss you and I want you all to do well and know we're here for you.
Dr. Lassie?
All right, good afternoon, everyone. And again, we are 1 month, like Dean Adams said, into the fall semester. I'm certainly hopeful that everything is going well, all things considered. The pandemic continues to, take people's lives and continue to increase the anxiety level across board. But just like you've heard, our goal here at Texas Southern University is to make your educational experience pleasurable. And but this is a situation that have changed everything as we know it. And we certainly know that some of you are making good adjustments. You've heard some important announcements that I don't intend to repeat. But I just want to bring you good greetings and good tidings, and hopefully that you are doing well, you are adjusting, but don't fail to ask questions of your instructors or the chair, the student services that have been doing a wonderful job taking care of some of the challenges that we're facing. So I'm not going to waste too much of your time. I know you have very important questions that you would like answered. So again, welcome. And we're looking forward to answering some of your questions.
And we'll just go with Dr. Hawkins and then followed by Mr. Jordan and then Dr. Taylor.
Greetings and salutations, Tigers. So good to have you back on the field, back in Tigerland, back in MLK, and for some of you back in the actual classrooms. But for those of you who are in journalism, we are still going to maintain our virtual presence. We will be online. All journalism classes will remain online through the end of this semester. So stay tuned to hear what happens in the spring. But for right now, we're going to maintain our strong virtual presence. So I'm bringing greetings to all of the Tigers that are out there, and especially those who are in the journalism program. I want you to listen out for this date. The second Wednesday of each month will be our meeting time. We didn't do it this week because of the meeting that we're having now, but we will be doing one this month. But starting in October, we'll go back to our second Wednesday of the month, and then November as well. So we're looking forward to bringing you a lot of good information to make sure that you stay on track and are following the trajectory that will get you out and get you into the real world in a timely fashion. Know that we exist because you exist. If it weren't for you guys, none of us would be here. So it's our pleasure to be here for you. Know that. I know it's hard sometimes when you're at a distance to feel the love, but just know that it's a lot of love and a lot of connection. And there have been a lot of opportunities that have taken place because of the virtual environments. People are taking advantage of all of these workshops and other programs that are being offered in a virtual way that normally would cost a lot of money for us to attend. But we'll be finding out more and more about that when we have our meetings. So stay tuned and stay well. Have a great weekend. And when you come on Monday, be safe. be safe. They're telling you what to do, so make sure you do it. Thank you.
Greetings. This is Professor Williams here. Greetings, SOC student body. This is Professor Williams here. Greetings, SOC student body, in specific ERM majors. Wow. I'm so excited to have you guys back. I really miss you and I hope you're doing well. But to echo what everyone has been saying, all of us have been stressing the importance of being very careful when you come back and make sure you're masked up and following the guidelines. But coming back to class, we have a hybrid situation. We'll still maintain the online virtual classes as well, but I'll be there. I'll be here for all of my classes. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you face to face. And we'll be careful, but I'm looking forward to seeing you face to face. And I truly miss you and have been missing you. And just communicate with all of your ERM faculty and make sure you're on the same page with them, because they are here to accommodate you and make sure that we stay on track. So without any further ado, I just wanted to let you know I miss you so much and can't wait to see you. And we'll be in class Monday night, 5:30. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Tanisha Taylor. I'm the chair of the Communication Studies Department. I'm really excited to welcome all of you back. One of the things that I'm particularly excited about is that we do have a department name change and a degree name change. We talked a lot about it in the spring term, and now it's here. So I'm really excited for those of you who are going to be able to partake in that. I know there was probably a little bit of confusion as classes titles changed and things of that nature, but it looks like everybody's really kind of settled into the flow, so we're really excited about that. We will be having a monthly meeting, as Dr. Brown mentioned, and I will send out an email to all of you letting you know of when that date will be. And then it'll be the same, just like journalism, it'll be a standard date throughout the rest of the semester once we do that. Just as also a quick note, all of the comm classes are going to remain online throughout the entire semester. So those classes will remain virtual. So for the ones that have a time where you meet and a day where you meet, you're still going to meet your faculty member on Blackboard Collaborate or however you've been meeting them virtually. Please make sure that if you have any questions or concerns that you send out an email to your faculty or to me if you have questions that are more specific about the department. All right, thank you so much, and can't wait to go through the semester with you guys. We're going to have a great time.
Okay, let's deviate a little bit. I see that there's two questions that are on the chat line. And one has to do with double majoring, actually. Go ahead,
Dean
Dean.
Adams.
Yes.
I was going to say there are actually several questions. So I know previously I was saying we would do it here, but let's go ahead and let, if you don't, and I apologize for the interruption, let KTSU 2 speak, and then we'll just be able to do all Q&A after that. I apologize.
Okay, that's what I was. Okay.
I'm sorry. That was my mess up.
It's okay. That's okay. Senator for Walker, Assistant Dean Senator for Walker.
You're muted.
Okay, here we go. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. We're so happy that we have this opportunity to speak with you, and welcome back at KTSU 2. We are super excited about the wonderful things that we're doing. Professor Art Murray and Professor Val Wilson, we're working diligently to help you to become everything that you need to become. We have a full organization where students are doing all types of wonderful things. If you go to our platforms, KTSU 2, KTSU 2 News, it's really exciting. We look forward to working with you. We have great things happening. So let's say go Tigers. All right, go Tigers. And we're looking forward for your question. Thank you.
Also, Mr. Murray, did you want to add anything to that? Okay, so I think that concludes our informational part of the meeting, and now we can go on and move to the actual Q&A part. As Dean Brown has stated, there are several questions that are out there that we want to get to now. And the first one deals with double majoring. Ms. Taylor, you want to take that question?
Yes. Most of the time, I do not recommend for students to double major. And the reason is because the core courses are the same, and especially majoring in the School of Communication, double majoring in the School of Communication, because the major core courses are the same. I noticed that the student said that she wanted to major in journalism, which is advertising and PR, and then also do a major in entertainment and recording industry management. What I would suggest you do is major in the journalism, minor in the entertainment and recording, because again, the time it'll take you to get 2 bachelor's degrees, you can get a master's degree in that same time frame. So again, I would suggest you do a major in journalism and the minor in entertainment. And then you also have a little bit of room if you want to take some additional courses in entertainment. Say, for instance, the minor doesn't require you to take a course that you're really interested in. Then you have some open electives that you can fulfill through taking those courses that you are particularly interested in. So I would advise you against, that's my professional opinion, and it's also my personal opinion, because again, for the amount of money and time invested to get 2 bachelor's degrees, you should invest in a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. But again, if you have any more questions, if you want to go and discuss that in more detail, you can reach me, email me at kimberly.taylor@tsu.edu, or you can call me at 713-313-7670. And if I'm not here, because we will be back on Monday, but again, leave a message and I'll return your call.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Taylor. I think I would piggyback and echo that advice. Before you talk to someone, please seek advisement before you make that final decision regarding changing majors, adding a minor, not doing one. And talk to us, because we want to help you. And it's in your best interest, in our best interest, that you graduate in a timely manner and that you are out in the workforce showing what you've learned while you're with us. So yes, we look forward to it. I'll if you ever have questions or just want advice, as a, even though I'm an administrator, I'm still a faculty member. And as Dean Adams says, I really do enjoy talking to students and working with students. So if I can ever be sounding board, feel free to reach out to me before you reach out to an advisor, and I'll be happy to talk with you as well. And I know we're in Q&A, but I did want to make what I think is an exciting announcement. We are looking forward to you all. Our KTSU 2 student team have written a wonderful proposal that has been approved for us to have our very first KTSU 2 block party on October 2nd, Friday, October 2nd, from 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. So please be looking for those details, because there will be giveaways that you can receive during that block party. We're looking forward to it. We want you to get out and register and vote. And that will be part of what the block party will be talking about, or, promoting. But we also want to just generate some enthusiasm and some excitement and do as many things as we can to mimic as normal of a collegiate experience for you as we possibly can. So be looking out for that. Those details will be coming out within the next few days.
Okay, let's go to another question here. Bria A is asking, does anyone know if student organizations have restrictions? I've been trying to find info and nobody can tell me anything. Go ahead, Dean.
No, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to ask, are you referring to School of Communication organizations, or are you meaning organizations throughout Texas Southern University and abroad? And if you're talking about School of Communication organizations, it really depends on if you're trying to get into the RTF Club or TSU TV. Those personnel people are there to answer your questions. And on the RTF side, I'm sure Dr. Lassie can expound upon this, but they pretty much, if you're RTF junior, senior, they take those students in. We do have an honors organization headed by Dr. Nichols. And of course, those are some qualifications that you need in order to be a part of that organization. So I'm really not sure if you're meaning in a broad sense or more of a smaller scale. But go ahead, Dean.
Yeah, thank you for that. And also, if you're talking about just the activation and engagement of the organizations, to my knowledge, like SGA, student organizations are active. However, again, no face-to-face or in-person activities are being planned or allowed at this time. So for questions about university-wide student organizations, I would direct those questions to the Dean of Students, Dr. Teresa McKinney, or you can send an email to deanofstudents@tsu.edu. I do know that the university is operating, we're open, and that means that our organizations that can function and have activities and events in a virtual sense, that still, to my knowledge, that is a possibility and can happen. But again, we can more or less, as Dean Adams says, speak to our organizations within the SOC. And so we are active. KTSU 2 is active, but we're doing things virtually. So reach out to us if you have specific questions about specific SOC organizations. But for questions and interest in other university-wide student campus organizations, that would need to go to Dean of Students with the university. Okay. What's the next question?
Will all the buildings and offices be open on Monday? Veterans Affairs, Bail Building, Financial Aid is probably what they're asking.
Oh, great question. Okay, so to answer that question, the university will be open. However, individual offices or areas or departments have their own work schedules, because all of us can't be there at a given time. So most entities, most areas within the university are operating at capacity, but with a skeleton crew on campus actually. Okay. So for example, our department chairs in SOC will not be on campus every day. They will be on campus on designated days and times to manage social distancing. So I can't answer are their offices going to be open? Yes. Will each division of each office be open? I cannot answer that. The university will be open, and I would recommend that you send emails and call those respective offices to see if an appointment is needed or required. I don't have information about walk-in services for like financial aid and things of that nature at this time. But as far as we're concerned with the SOC, there will be someone from student services available through, in each day, but we are, as SOC faculty and staff, operating and working set days and times. So don't just come to meet with a particular person if they are not aware that you are coming or have not confirmed a meeting time with you. So please we're not back to operations as normal by any stretch of the imagination. So we do not encourage you to just come on campus looking for people and wasting your time in that way. Please be very purposeful and intentional and schedule appointments, especially when it comes to faculty. Faculty will operate as they've always done. Faculty are holding office hours virtually. And though many of us are teaching our classes online, synchronous at designated times. So the faculty that you might find on campus are those that are teaching those hybrid courses. So make sure you reach out before you venture to campus to confirm that someone will be able to meet with you or see you. But I do think those auxiliary offices will have personnel available. We don't know who and what their hours are going to be in those respective units.
Okay, so we have two additional questions in regards to the graduation, fall and spring graduation. I know Ms. Taylor went over that a little earlier, so you may have tuned in a little late. So Taylor, if you can just go back over that briefly again. I know we're going to have that meeting coming up, which will handle all the spring graduates questions that you've already talked about, but also talk a little bit about what's up for the fall 2020 graduation.
Okay, Mr. Adams. On Thursday, September the 25th at 3 p.m., we're going to have a virtual graduation meeting. For those students who have applied for the fall and you've already turned in your application to me, then you're going to be good. You're good. You don't need to attend, but if you have any questions, just email me and I will respond. For the spring candidates, they will need to attend and we'll go over the paperwork. The deadlines for the fall, the deadline application for the fall candidates is Thursday, October the 15th. The deadline for the spring candidates is Friday, October 23rd. Now, I know you're saying, well, am I going to get the application? We're going to go over all of that in the meeting. For the fall candidates, I will send the link to you. For those who have already applied, you don't have to do anything else. I'm going to repeat it again. For those who have already applied for the fall fall graduation application, you don't need to apply. I still have them. For those who have turned them into the registrar's office, they still have them. So everything that's gone on for the fall is still good. For those who have not applied for the fall, those are the ones that I'm going to need to speak with. Those are the ones who are going to need to attend the meeting, and all spring 2021 candidates are going to need to attend the meeting. We will send out an email link. We will invite you. We will send it. So make sure you check your emails, and the announcements will be posted. And again, we are here to answer your emails. We are on campus. Somebody from Student Services will be here every day. But again, we're social distancing. We require an appointment. We would ask you that you make an appointment. Sometimes circumstances beyond our control prevents that. But if we don't have someone already in, we will see you. So again, just be cognizant of the social distancing. Just be patient with us, and we're going to be patient with you. We're not going to leave you out. Our goal is to get you to graduation, and that's what we're going to do. So I see you on Thursday, October the 25th at 3 p.m., if not before then.
All right. And for those fall candidates, there should not be a lot of students that are out there that are just now doing an application, because we've actually been working on that since last spring, actually the fall before. So it should not be a lot of students. There may be some who, before we went out on the pandemic, maybe didn't get the emails, didn't get the actual posting of announcements and all that in the previous fall semester. So we'll work with you, but it should not be a lot of you that are out there that still needs to submit a fall 2020 application.
And
Okay.
some of those students who need to have been in contact with me, and I have sent the link out for some of them, and I'll still do that again for the fall. If you're applying for the spring, I'm going to tell you, wait just a minute. I haven't forgotten about you, but we need to get the fall people out of the way first.
Okay. So next question. Alicia Smiley says, how can we find out the times they do not email us back? And you're referring to the auxiliary offices not answering emails. What should I do? Send me the email, and I'll help walk you through the process. A lot of times, if this is a financial aid issue, they are bombarded with over 10 to 20,000 emails almost per day of students who are trying to get verification, accepting loans, SAP appeals, all of those types of things. And so you may not be able to get in the time frame that you want, but they're working, they're processing. And a lot of times, maybe not in your situation, what I've seen in my experience of over 20 years is that a lot of times they've already emailed the information in terms of SAP appeal and verification to your TSU email address. But sometimes our students are not looking at the TSU email, and so they're missing the boat on the actual information that needs to be sent. So please check your emails. If you've done that, shoot me the email, and I'll look and see how I can help you get through it.
I want to piggyback off of that. I'm sorry, Ms. Taylor. I think that, thank you, Dean Adams, for agreeing to assist the student, and that's exactly what they should do to get assistance. But please utilize and check, don't just use, but check your TSU email. That is very, very critical at this time, now more than ever, that we are remote and virtual, that you use and check your TSU email daily. Because a lot of times, as Dean Adams has said, we've had several issues recently with students missing things or being dropped from classes or what have you for not checking and utilizing the TSU email. Another thing, while we're talking about emails, when you are emailing us and contacting us, please keep the email thread the same so that we can resolve issues in a more timely manner. When you start new email threads about the same subject matter, it can slow down the process of getting matters resolved. So please, and be patient. If you send an email at 8 a.m., chances are we may not be able to respond before 8:30 a.m. So please, just we know that things are important and urgent, but just realize that you're not the only one that has an important and urgent issue. All of us do, all of the students do, and we're really doing the best that we can to assist all of you to the best of our ability. But I echo what Dean Adams said. Please, before you start reaching out, make sure you've checked in all of your portals and everywhere for information. Once you don't see it in all of those places, then you want to start reaching out.
Thank you, Dean Brown. Hey, Mylisha, I see your questions. I know that you have some issues with Veteran Affairs. Again, just call them. I do understand that they're back and forth. So we'll work together to get your situation straightened out, because we do know that this is your last semester. Yay! Okay, so just send us the information and we can get it to the person that the answers that you need.
Okay, so let's see here. Jonathan Madden, how has the pandemic affected the internship course? A lot of companies are not allowing interns at this time due to the virus. Dr. Duncan, you want to speak to that? And you see him
Yes, can you
4:30?
hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, all right. Thank you all. I hope this virtual meeting is finding everyone well. We are actually going strong in our internship process, experiential learning, COM 430. The students are doing well. There are several opportunities in place, even during this time, this unprecedented, unpredictable time. As a matter of fact, we have about 80 students in the prerequisite course, COM 330, Professional Development and Ethics, and students are already on track for internship opportunities. Matter of fact, we had a student this morning in the prerequisite course that has locked into an internship opportunity. So they are there. And I want to thank also my colleagues in the School of Communication that are offering our students opportunities. So it may not be what you want as far as in particular, because I know some locations have decided not to hold internship experiences during the fall, but there are several others that are out there. And so it's all a part of networking and reaching out. Again, the COM 330 students are getting after it. Again, the 80 students that are in the course now. So things are there. So if you need to just reach out to me, there are opportunities available. Again, no matter what your field of study, under the umbrella of School of Communications, we just need to put ourselves out there and let it be known. As a matter of fact, I'm offering opportunities 2 or 3 weekly, posting announcements for students to go after. And so we're very proud of what the School of Communication is doing. Thank you all to my colleagues that are helping our students and pointing them in the right direction. As a reminder, Ms. Taylor mentioned earlier that the deadline for the spring semester, we're still operating on that deadline of October 30th to get that internship application packet in. And feel free to reach out to me if you need information. Maybe I can pass on some opportunities for you. That's at clyde.duncanj@tsu.edu, clyde.duncanj@tsu.edu, and we can forward you some information concerning the internship opportunities that are available. Thank you.
Okay, let's see here. Another question from King Mar 155 says, how do we activate our cards to use the laundry and get into the buildings? How do we get our IDs? Specifically talking about the towers. You should have a residential assistant there in the towers for sure. That's actually under Dr. McKinney's area, housing is. If you have not, you should have at this point, if you've done the proper paperwork, turned in all the information in terms of deposits and all of that, there should have been a checklist of things that have been sent to you at this point. I would ask you to go back to your My TSU email and go through that and make sure that you haven't missed anything. But in terms of moving in terms of the laundry, in terms of access to that building, to the towers, and I'm assuming you're a freshman if you're asking about the towers, so you must be a freshman student. All that information should already have been sent to you. If you cannot find it, please send me an email. Let me see if I can help you get through the process.
And your email is?
And my email, I'm sorry. I'm sure you got the email from me. I mean, my email, I get 1,000 a day, but it's kevin.adams@tsu.edu. That's kevin.adams@tsu.edu. And let me know if you're getting my emails as they come out. I would like to know that also.
Mr. Adams, I see a couple of questions, and I can just answer those very quickly. Joya wants to know how does she find out, or how does he find out who their advisor is? It depends on your major, and it's broken down. Just let us know what your major is, and we'll direct you to your exact advisor. Malisha, we don't have the information about the graduation at this point. That's a university call. We will keep you posted. We don't know if graduation is going to be virtual or not. Then there was one more. Somebody had an issue about processing a grade change. So you can email me or email Mr. Adams, again, kimberly.taylor@tsu.edu or kevin.adams@tsu.edu. Sometimes when the grades are changed, all of the systems don't update at one time. So once the grade change goes in the banner system, then when they run the report, sometimes it's weekly, sometimes it's bi-weekly, I don't know. And then that will update another system, and then that will show up on your transcript, and then that will show up in DegreeWorks. But if a grade change has been, changed, if a grade has been changed, and your professor has submitted the paperwork, then email us, and we can go back and do a double check of why it hadn't been updated yet. And for the RTF major that's seeking their advisor, that's Dr. Chris Ulassi. And his email is chris.ulassi. It's ULASI. Again, ULASI at TSU.edu. Chris.ulassi at TSU.edu for the RTF major.
You're muted, Dr. Ulassi, but I think he's probably saying that it's Christian.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Christian.
Chris, yeah. Don't do that to Dr. Ulassi.
That's right. The protocol so sorry, changed. Sir. It used to be Ms. Taylor. Yes, it used to be Chris, but now it's okay. Christian. Yeah, Christian. Ulassi.
Christian, pardon me.
Yeah, that's okay.
I have your back, Dr. Ulassi, because I know you have that issue. So students, please, RTF is our largest department in majors. Make sure when you email Dr. Ulassi that you email him with the correct email address, please.
Yeah.
And we will post it. We will post it, guys. We'll post it for you. So you have that information available to you.
Okay, any other questions? We have a few minutes left before our 1 hour threshold is over, and we just want to have a few other questions or any other comments that we may have from the faculty and staff. Okay, we have one other question coming through. Go ahead, Dr. Ulassi.
Yeah, I know that that most of these questions have been answered, but I think it's very important. I get email from students who think that it's okay now for them to return to campus. No, it's not. For the students who have hybrid courses, but if all your classes are online, then you don't need to come to campus unless you have administrative issues you need resolved. You want to go to financial aid or any of those places or student services. But don't just come to campus because you're back in town. No. There are strict guidelines affecting what students might do. So I know that information being sent, but I receive email from you guys saying, are we supposed to come back to campus? Only if you have those courses that require hybrid or that your instructor have said in your syllabus that you're supposed to be partially in class and also. So that's very important.
Thank you, Dr. Ulassi. That's very important. I see a question from Glaze Beauty. The entrance for MLK is on the sliding door side. So it's posted. It'll tell you on the side, on the doors, this is not an entrance, this is an entrance. So on the portico side, that's the parking lot side, you enter the building through the sliding door. That an officer will be set up. They will be taking temperatures and so on and so forth. But it's too late to add classes. That time frame has passed about 2 weeks ago. Okay, so again, the academic calendar is posted on the TSU website. I will get a link and I will make sure that you guys have access to that, but I'll also put it in announcements. So yes, it is too late to add classes. What you can do at this point is only drop with a W. That's the only thing that you can do at this point. If you have any more questions, let me know. And again, thank you, Mr. Goya. On the Hannah Hall side, that's where you enter the building.
I see a question from a transfer student as well. That's a very good question. So thank you for joining us, Devon Rushing. We welcome to TSU and specifically the School of Communication. We will please be on the lookout. We will have something soon within the next couple of weeks for our transfer students, just specifically pertaining to SOC information. However, information was just sent out yesterday evening about parking on campus. With regard to your other questions about getting your campus ID, that office should be open. I think in Sterling Center. But we will try to get this information to you. Please send us an email address. Please send us an email. Email Kevin Adams and myself so that we can try to assist you.
I just have to say a shout out that Devon's my student, PR all the way from Jamaica.
Oh, well.
And he's Jamaica. A great cook. There are many fabulous things. We're already coming to know him. Even though he's transferred, he's going to be on campus one day soon.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. But any questions, guys, please send them to us. If you don't get a response, please don't just email the president's office or the provost's office. Email us again. We're all trying to field our emails and respond as quickly as we can. And we do want to assist you and make sure you get the information and guidance that you need and require. So thank you all very much.
And let me add to Devon, one, when you come to campus, they're going to be student parking. There's going to be signs posted. And that's if you have hybrid classes. And then two, you need your schedule. And then there will be a sign. Normally, to get your ID is the second floor of the student services building, student center, rather. And but again, we don't know how that's set up at this point. So again, we will be in touch with you. I know for sure that you have all your classes because I put them in for you. And again, we're excited to have you. And for those who need my information, email me. Malisha, I saw where you just emailed me. Kimberly.Taylor, KIMBERLY.Taylor@tsu.edu. Again, Kimberly.Taylor@tsu.edu. And my phone number is 713-313-7670. Email me first. I answer emails. I look at emails every day. Again, make sure that you just reach out and I will return your call. And if you don't get me, leave a message.
Okay. Dean, did you have any final remarks?
No, just have a great semester and reach out and ask us the questions that you have and be patient. If we don't have the response right away, we will do everything we can to get responses and answers to your questions as quickly as we can. We want you to have a positive and successful semester, but most importantly, we want you to remain safe and healthy. So please echo Dr. Ulasi said, unless you have to be on campus or need to be on campus or anywhere for that matter, please still be mindful the pandemic is still ongoing. We cannot become relaxed and comfortable. So just take care of yourselves and know we're here. And we do look forward to seeing you whenever we are all back on campus together.
Go Tigers!
And with that, I would just like to say a sincere thank you for those students enrolled with us for the fall 2020 semester. We know that there's a lot going on out in the world today, but we're very ecstatic that we're able to work with you all to help you realize your dreams of graduation and going beyond in this world. Thank you so much for your interest in Texas Southern University. God bless TSU. God bless the School of Communication. Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Good seeing everybody.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
Hey, Miss Wynn. Bye.